Hey, I'm Sasha Evdokov, founder of Rise to Learn, and in this video, I want to share with you why stock trading is looked upon as a dirty line of work. Manipulation is probably the #1 reason, and a lot of mom and pop or regular investors do not understand the concept behind manipulation until they've already been trading for a little while. See, what happens is the large institutions, the huge hedge funds, the big money managers, not the people trading $1 million or $5 million, the people that are trading $10 billion, the people that really have a large capital amount to trade on a day-to-day basis, they're the ones that really move the stocks. And if the stock market is heading lower, they can fake you out, buy out a whole bunch of shares, pop it up, and fake you out, thinking that the stocks are going back up higher. And this is what they do. They manipulate the stocks so that you get in when they're trying to get out, or you get out when they're trying to get in. That's the whole premise behind the first reason why it appears to be dirty, because they're manipulating things in order to profit their bottom line. That's the way the game is played. And understand that the hedge funds, that's what they really do. When they're telling you to sell, they're trying to buy your shares. When they're telling you to buy, they're trying to get rid of their shares and get out of it. So manipulation happens all the time. It's not anything new. It's just something to be aware of. And that's one of the reasons why the stock market can be considered a dirty line of work. I think the second reason why people consider stock trading as a dirty line of work is that there's no real tangible productivity that really happens. You're not out there building churches. You're not out there cabinet repairing for people's homes. You're not laying roads so people can use them for their driving every single day. There's not something that you can really physically see that goes on and happens in the stock market. Now, as a trader, you do provide huge liquidity to the markets. You provide liquidity for mortgages that happen and things that get traded, bonds, treasuries, people's investment accounts. So you do provide something good. It's just that it doesn't really get to be seen in terms of what everybody sees in the regular world. What we see is that, hey, you know, if you write a book, now that book can be read or shared with millions of people. It can impact millions of people. But if you're just trading and providing liquidity so people can get in and out of their assets, get in and out of their investments or their mortgages quickly, not everybody gets to see that, right before their eyes. They get to feel it, but they don't understand that it attributes back to you. So that's the second reason, is the fact that you're not doing something very physical or something that's really seen right into the public's eyes. The third reason would be that the greed and the unfair factor. The greed and the unfair factor happens because when you're seeing the huge hedge funds moving around billions of dollars, they're not really doing so much. You know, they're not out there slaving like you, laying down brick roads or fixing people's yards or cutting the grass. You know, they're not doing anything in terms of physical productivity. So the greed factor kicks in and the unfair factor kicks in. And because they have a lot of money and assets, all they're doing is moving money around from one investment to the other, and they're capitalizing on it. So this greed and unfair factor starts happening and happening and happening, and people start thinking about it. And as you're thinking about it, this turns out and makes it feel as if it's a dirty business because, hey, those hedge funds, they're not doing or working as hard as I am, sweating, out in the hot sun, laying down brick or, replanting trees or cutting down trees. All they're doing is moving money around. So this unfair justice mechanism behind the Robin Hood, take from the rich and give to the poor, starts to kick in. And this is probably the next reason why it's considered a dirty line of work. And the fourth reason, as far as from my take, is the fact that things just get very public when crimes do happen. And because there's so much money, there's so much press behind it, the media hypes things up a lot more. Now, yes, there are crimes that do happen with insider trading, like with the Martha Stewart case or the Bernie Madoff case, where billions were there and billions were stolen and so on and so forth. But because there was a lot of money and because it's a very public thing, it gets hyped up a lot more so. Personally, if you look at it in terms of retrospect, from my view, I think that somebody killing someone is a much more dangerous act or a much more high prolific act than somebody that's, stolen a whole bunch of money. Now, because there's a lot of money behind it, there's a lot of coverage behind it, since it does affect a lot of people. So that's kind of what happens, is that the media hypes up all this negative news, and since it hypes it up, it makes it appear to be an even more dirty business. So those are the 4 main reasons, as far as from what I see, why stock trading is considered to be a dirty line of work from some people. This is what they say, this is what they see, and this is what they'll give you in terms of, hey, this business is a dirty business. When in reality, a lot of things just get overhyped and a lot of things just get overplayed by the media when it's not really as bad as what some people make it out to be. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and get on my newsletter list so that way you can get notified when I release brand new stock trading recaps, and you can see what I'm watching in the charts. And it's a great way to really learn and take your trading to that next level. If you want to get some more insight and in-depth material, check out some of my courses at TRADERSFLY.com, where it will help accelerate your learning curve when it comes to trading. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly.